Good morning, artists. It is a great day to be creative, and I hope you feel like that today too. Now, let's get started with our next project. Our project is 2-9. It's our 9th project. How exciting. It's called Plane Over Land. And we are going to not necessarily follow our drawing steps in order. Today we are starting with our background. Our background. I bet you're getting excited to find out what it is. Our vocabulary words today are space, texture, value. We've been working on that with our value grid. Landscape, and perspective. Let's see what that one means. Now our inspiration today is children's literature. Remember, I love books. This one's called Planes Fly, and it's by George Ella Lyon. And our project today is going to be the view from an airplane flying over the land. If you've ever been in an airplane, or you've seen a movie or a picture, the view of an airplane, when you look down, all of the ground looks like it's in little shapes so it's so cool. Yeah, it reminds us of artwork. So if you're up in a plane, you might see clouds all around you. And then if the clouds clear, you might see mountains. It depends on what you're flying over. Or you might see a patchwork design or a quilt design. And that is the land. It could be fields or rivers or, like I said, mountains. So we are going to create our own patchwork design as we're pretending that we are looking out of an airplane window. So we're also going to be making the airplane. So it's a 2-step project. I think you're going to love this. All right. So like I said, it's a 2-step project. So you will need 2 pieces of paper. And as long as they're the white 9x12, that's fine. You might not have any watercolor paper left. But the drawing paper I buy is 90 pounds, so that means it will hold water and watercolor, so it's fine to use also. It's just not quite as thick. All right, we're going to start with our 2 pieces of paper and our crayons. You will also need water, your watercolors, and a brush. Now, if for some reason your watercolors are gone, remember, any of these projects, you can just make it with markers, crayons, colored pencils. We will be adding some marker detail after the watercolor dries, but if you want to just draw yours with marker, that's fine too. Okay? All right. I'm going to flip my camera around and I'll be right back. Okay, friends, now, let's see. We are going to start by dividing our paper. So you can use any color you want. You might just want to use 1 color or 2 colors. I want you to be able to see it. I'm going to choose this yellow color, and I'll check to make sure you can see it. But what you want to do is start drawing some straight lines on your paper. Yep, you can see that. So I'm going to just draw. And it doesn't really matter. This can't be wrong. It's whatever you're feeling, your artist intuition. Maybe you want this one to go up like that. All right. Now, what you get to do is you get to use different colors, and you're going to make some lines and patterns. We are working with wax resist today also. So as we watercolor over our crayon, remember the water will not stick to the crayon. Maybe over here, I want to make some spiral lines. And then maybe this little area. Ooh, I want to lightly color this in just to see what happens. And then over here, I'm going to make some dots. I'm going to fill it all in. And then I might use some green. I haven't used green yet. I'm going to make just some wavy lines. Remember, I want you to think of fields too. Think of fields. Here's gray. You can turn your paper if you want. This one I might make. I might make a checkerboard. And maybe I'll even color a couple in. Maybe just random ones like that. Oh, I like that. All right, now I'm going to take purple, and over here, I might just make some circles. And, so many choices. Think of all those lines that we learned. Oopsie, I just broke my crayon. I get so excited sometimes when I make art. And I press way too hard on my crayon. All right, let's see. So I have zigzag, wavy. Maybe I'll try some diagonal lines. All right. I bet you are thinking of some lines that I'm forgetting. Oh, the broken line. You might still have your sheet too with all the squares on it. You could get that out and use that. All right, let me see. Ooh, I might just make some lines like that. I like that. And now I have one square less left. Let me think. What line am I forgetting? Oh, I know. I'm forgetting the Humpy Bumpy Camel line. Yeah, I like this line. Makes me think of camels. Kind of looks like scales right there. Okay, friends. So there are all of my lines. Cool. That looks awesome. Now I get to watercolor. Remember when we watercolor, it's a great idea to go from light to dark. It's a great idea to go from light to dark. So if I start over here, I'm going to use yellow. And I'm going to use yellow somewhere else too. Okay. And now I'm going to use orange. Ooh, I'm going to put orange over this gray area. Ooh, I love the way that's turning out. See how the watercolor is not sticking. Wax resist. This is a fun technique to use. All right. Ooh, I want to try my red over the top of my blue zigzags. Ooh, isn't it cool how it doesn't mix in at all? All right, I bet you can guess I'm kind of going in rainbow order, right? So you could probably guess. I was thinking green next. I was thinking green. Ooh, I'm going to put green That might not even dry. Look at it. Doesn't want to soak in at all. And now my blue. And it's okay if it runs into other colors too. Don't worry about that. Ooh, this is looking so good. I made this purple a little darker. Remember, more paint and less water, you'll get a darker color. All right. And then my brown. Oh, I forgot one little area. Silly Mrs. Graves. I'll make that one kind of a bluish purple. All right, so I bet you can guess we have to let this dry. So I am just going to set this to the side to dry, and I want you to get out your other piece of paper because we need to draw the airplane. That's right. So you can use your pencil or marker, and I have some different airplanes that you can draw. Okay, here's some different airplanes, but I'm just going to draw a simple airplane today. So if you want to draw a fancier airplane, go right ahead. You could even go on Art Hub for kids and look up airplanes. That's a great website for kids. Or you can follow along and just draw this simple airplane with me. All right, so the first line would be a slightly curved line. Curve the top in for the nose. And then come around. Sort of looks like a dolphin, doesn't it? And then we're going to make our wing on one side, and then the wing on the other side. And then the tail wings, the captain's window, and then the passenger window. And it's your choice if you want to color these in, or maybe you want to use blue and give them a little glare. Now you can add some stripes to the wings, make it look a little more sporty. All right, and you can color your plane. I sometimes like to add a little red. And then I mentioned you could add a little bit of blue, just very lightly, so you can tell these are windows, and the sun might be adding a little glare to the window. All right, and then you're going to want to cut out your airplane. So we're going to cut. Remember, I like to bubble cut where I leave just a little bit of a white line around the airplane or any image that I'm cutting. And the eye actually likes that. The eye likes to look at that because your eye can see the whole line. Now my watercolor is still drying, but you can see that's going to look awesome. So I will show you that in a few minutes after it dries. I'll give you one more picture. in our art packet, I would like you to do page, let me see, 17. So, balance, or pattern, movement, balance, unity, emphasis, contrast, and proportion. Those are all the principles of art. Now, we did talk about that a little bit last time, but I want you to go in and give me some examples in those boxes of each of these principles of art. And then on the next page, 18, so you will do 17, 18, 19. On page 18, you are going to choose which one of these color combinations you would like to use. And you are going to make a form. So I chose the pyramid form. You could do a sphere, a cube, whatever you would like. Now, if you pick one, warm and cool colors, okay, so you would pick only warm or only cool. So if you pick warm, it would be red, orange, and yellow only. If you pick cool, it would be green, blue, or violet only, or purple. Now, I chose complementary colors. So, complementary are either the combination of red and green, orange and blue, or yellow and purple. I chose red and green. So I made all my little pyramids red and green. You may also choose number 3, analogous colors. Analogous colors are the colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So any colors that are next to each other. So you could choose blue and blue-green, or red and red-orange, or yellow and yellow-green. So those are combinations of analogous colors. Now, on page 19, you are going to draw an imaginary creature showing the principle of movement. So, imaginary creature and principle of movement. So my imaginary creature is a butterfly. It's half bunny, half butterfly. And I put some little marks by the wings, and especially this little guy up here. So he's moving towards, maybe that's the baby and the mommy. But make sure you name your creature. So mine is a butterfly. Now, I don't want to give you too many examples because my students love this project and you can think of something awesome. I know it. All right, so you can start working on your plane, your watercolor, and your pages in your book 17, 18, and 19. Now, as soon as your watercolor dries, you are going to add some little details, and then you can glue your plane down. So, this is what it looks like when it's all done. So you can add some little lakes, you can add rivers, you can add a little field with animals, farmhouses, roads. This is a little subdivision. Anything you would see from the sky. These are trees, maybe there's a forest, a little bridge over the river. So have fun with this project, and I can't wait to see it on Art Sonia. All right, friends, it's a great day to be creative.